Hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Starting off on the 20th of fall, we come out, we have plenty of things to harvest, and I'm trying to think of how I want to start the day, just kind of running through everything in my head, because we have so much that we need to do. I'm going to go check on our wine real quick, see if it's ready. It's not, so I'm going to go check on the ancient seeds and go harvest a few things while I'm out about. I decided to take all of the plants out of the greenhouse and start only planting ancient seeds in here. I saw that they were worth pretty good money. I have the iridium sprinklers down, but one of the big things I want to know is if it's more effective to do ancient seeds or if it's better to do the starfruit. I really haven't figured that out fully. I know the starfruit wine sells very well, and it does take a while for the ancient seeds to grow, but I'm not sure if there's anywhere else that we can really plant them to be able to get a consistent growth overall. But it's all about experimenting and going a little bit farther than what you're used to. Here, I'm going to go to the tunnel and I'm going to drop off the battery inside of the tunnel. This is also where we found Linus's basket a little while ago, and I completely forgot about the tunnel because I'm not still 100% familiar with this, but that is the first step. Now, there's a few other things that we have to do in the meantime, but we'll have it down pat in no time. Carrying on, we go to Ginger Island, exploring a little bit. I found a golden walnut kind of in this little alcove. I explore around a little bit more to find anything else, but there really wasn't anything, so I decided to head into the lava, the volcano area. Found 2 more golden walnuts out here. We headed to see Gunther after we went into the mines a little bit. We ended up getting the last dwarf scroll that we needed, so that way we can go talk to the dwarf in the mine now. There are many good things that we can get from the dwarf in the mine, and there is also another dwarf that I have seen in the volcano, so there are plenty of good things that we can get. We're going to head over now. I see that there is a rare crow that we do not have. They have miner's treats, they have a new floor, and then they also have multiple kinds of bombs. I'm really thinking about kind of getting as much gold as possible and then going and getting as many bombs as I can also. Shortly after that, we come home to see Penny, and she ends up having a little cutscene with us where she makes us some pancakes. It was very sweet, very adorable, and I'm extremely excited to see what else we might be able to do with Penny for the rest of the video, I guess. Penny then wakes us up a few days later after redecorating the room. I chose a moon and stars theme, as that is kind of my aesthetic outside of everything. Is I like the nighttime, I like the dark. Moon and stars makes me happy. I think most of you could kind of figure that, but who knows? We'll see. She did an amazing job either way, and I'm pretty excited about if she's going to decorate the entire rest of the house or if it's just going to be the bedroom. Of course, she is welcome to do as she pleases when she pleases. Shortly after Penny woke us up, we headed back to Ginger Island so that way we can kind of get this tortoise out of the way. We harvested just enough golden walnuts to have a little bit left over, but this was the main objective at this point. After heading in, I did see that there was like a little house here. I'm assuming that we can build this as a house for us to sleep at sometimes if we decide to stay on the island. And then I wanted to kind of clear this out. I see that this is harvestable land, so might as well go ahead and give it a shot. I wasn't sure what was over here, but I brought bombs for the volcano. And the starfruit that you see in the seeds was because I am getting ready to set up for springtime. So we can plant all of these on our farm, but maybe this area will stay good all year, so we can just kind of plant it here, set up as many sprinklers as possible. I had already previously brought some starfruit seeds because I had the thought that I could farm here, and I just want to double check to see if I actually could. I did bring starfruit, and I brought a couple ancient seeds. I'm going to plant them kind of off to the side, just so that way we can use the main majority of the farm for this starfruit, as I believe that is going to be our main profit source. throughout the entire game. Honestly, the ancient fruit may sell for more and is pretty good, but it seems like it's been a little hard for me to keep it up. Either way, starfruit goes a long way, and it's never going to hurt to have as much money as possible. After we planted a starfruit and watered everything, we walked over and we ended up meeting this strange old lady. I don't have a name for her yet, but she does tell us a little bit about the past, as she lost her husband and she's been kind of stuck here ever since. She asked us for a favor, and it's not too hard, so I think we're going to try to knock it out very soon. While wandering around looking for golden walnuts, we spot one over here, and then I see a little door. Turns out that you actually need a certain amount of golden walnuts to be able to enter this door. Hopefully we can get those very soon, as we are saving up to talk to the parrot that said that they can help us get the extra golden walnuts that we need. I might just have to take him up on that offer very soon. I ended up having just enough walnuts to go ahead and repair this, which this is actually kind of like a teleporter. It's not really a teleporter, but it's along the same lines. It takes us to several areas throughout the island, just making life easier. I don't think I have like complete use for this quite yet, but it's nice to have either way. After leaving the beach, we went off to the right hand side, back up to this little area where the little guy ended up coming down. We talked to him a little bit. He said that we are a bird friend. He speaks fluently to all of the birds, but he doesn't really know how to deal with humans. So I think what ended up happening was he was stranded here and he was raised by the parrots. I believe he is the child of the man and the woman that ended up crashing here, that the husband passed, but the mother is still here. Either way, we find out a little bit later that his name is Leo. Right here, I'm kind of just paused because I'm trying to figure it out and I'm putting the pieces together, but I hope it ends up pretty good, and hopefully Leo can reunite with his mother, if that is his mother. After heading back to the farm, I decided to start going through those little scraps of paper that we kept finding all over the place, and it turned out that one of them actually had a map on it that told us where a secret treasure was. We haven't gone to look for it yet, but I think we're going to go very soon. Honestly, it might even be today, if not tomorrow. I made it to the spot, and I just kind of got fed up with taking out one tile at a time, so I used our iridium sprinkler to take out a bunch of tiles. We got a bobber and a golden walnut. I'm assuming that is the treasure that it was kind of referencing there. I grabbed this ginger and then head back to the farm to plant the rest of these sprinklers and get ready for all of these starfruit that we're about to get. It took a little while, but we cleared out all the land, and now I'm just dropping all of the sprinklers. We're going to go back, get all the seeds, and then we might go ahead and skip forward to our very first harvest. I'm not sure. We'll see you soon. And so here we are. We are collecting all of these starfruit, and we're getting golden walnuts while we're doing it, which helps out massively, and we are so close to having exactly the amount of gold that parrot wanted for all of the golden walnuts. So we might be able to just skip that overall, having to find each and every one by harvesting or going mining or anywhere else really. This might just be our golden ticket, if you want to put it that way. So finishing up here, we got just a little over 400 and just about 450 on the dot. It was actually super close. It was a massive amount, but that should honestly put us over what we needed to be at. The very next morning, after we sold all of this stuff, we ended up going and handing over all of our doubloons to the parrot up here to be able to get all of the golden walnuts that we needed. Now, this was a massive hit to our wallet, essentially. We have a little over 500,000 left. After several seasons sitting there selling and doing multiple things just to get the money for this. But it is what it is. This is the path that we chose, and that's the path that we're going to have to stick with, honestly. Honestly, I think this is one of my favorite little cutscenes, is all the parrots coming down and attacking I can't even remember his name because he's really not that relevant, but ended up getting all of the golden walnuts from that. Very happy about it. Let's go unlock everything and go see what's in that secret room, shall we? We make it to the door, which I believe this might be the last little Easter egg on this island. I'm not sure though. We haven't really explored the mines a whole lot, but we end up meeting Mr. Key here. He informs us that he is the one that has been sending kind of these packages and also multiple other things, letting us know that we need to get to a certain floor in the Desert Skull Caverns. Don't know why I blanked on that. Sorry about that. But he will also be accepting certain things that are kind of radioactive, and he asked for us specifically to put them in a little bin for him, and they will be turned into key gems that we can use to buy things. So I think that's kind of neat, and we'll be working on that very soon. After coming back with some bombs, I did end up meeting another person. This guy was stuck in a little cave. It's kind of strange, but there's a bunch of bones around, so I'm assuming he is some kind of excavator, but I'm not sure. He talks a lot about mushrooms here and how he is terrified of them, essentially. But it's Professor Snail, and I believe he will be in the tent that we walked past. I unlocked this area by spending all of the rest of the golden walnuts that we did not need, so I fixed up the house. I have all of the little shops. Everything that we could have is completely unlocked now, and now it's just gonna kind of be harvesting everything that we can. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. All of you have been absolutely amazing. I know that I haven't really been able to make a whole lot of videos, make a whole lot of content, but I told you guys I was coming back, and that is because I was building up a kind of decent amount of video backstock, so that way you guys have something coming out a lot more often than just once a month. Again, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see and how I can improve for you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.